right, let's talk about these two questions. So when we're talking about average rate of change, essentially it's just the slope between 2 points, but it's a common way that we'll compare some functions. So if I look at 1970 here, let's see. I'm going to do California first. So from 1970, that would be right here, to 2010, if I'm trying to find the average rate of change, obviously this is not an exactly straight line. So it's not like a slope in the sense that we've learned about it in the past. However, you can still think about it in terms of like the rise over run, the change in y over the change in x. And we're going to have to estimate just a bit here. It looks like it goes from like 20 to 38 maybe. So there's a change in about 18 million. Your number might be slightly different. And then in this direction, this was, let's see, 40 years. So we would have for California, 18 over 40, which if you use your calculator, that gets you about 0.45. This kind of went off the screen, but you can see there's about 0.45 million people increasing each year in California. So 0.45 million, let's see, that would be the same thing as 450,000 people per year on average. I'll use another color now to look at Texas. So Texas here in 1970, we'll say that's about, I don't know, 11, maybe 12 million. And then we want to go to 2010 here. Maybe that's like 26. So if I go from 12 to 26, that's about an increase of 14 million people over the span of about 40 years. So in Texas, on the other hand, we have 14 over 40, which is about, again, this will be in millions, so 0.35 million. So in Texas, that means there was an average of 350,000 people per year, which is actually less than the rate of change in California. There's fewer people. Now, when we're talking about between 1900 and 2000, that's comparing some different things here. So 1900 is all the way here at the beginning. 2000 is all the way here, right? So in California, same amount of years. So 1900 to 2000 is 100 years. In California, let's see, that looks like it increased from about 2 to about 37. So there's about 35 million over the course of 100 years, right? As opposed to Texas, where it looks like we started here and ended, oh, my bad. I'm gonna have to erase that. I meant to go to 2000. Okay. And I mean, I think you can see right away, it's not nearly as much increase. In fact, if you were to try to, draw a straight segment connecting each of these points, it's pretty clear that this one has a greater slope. The population between 1900 and 2000 in California just grew at a faster rate. And so that's why examining the average rate of change really helps us. We don't have an exactly linear function, but we can figure out some good key information from it.